My first inspiration for this project sparked with the work of Marcel Duchamp, one of the most important artists of the 20th century, after he revolutionized the art world by challenging the conventional artistic thought processes in marketing. It wasn't so much the work itself by Duchamp that inspired me, as much as it was the idea that his work blew open the art world and allowed our contemporary artists to have the freedom of expression to produce the work that exists today. Duchamp was the first artist to explore conceptual art, and it was later used by contemporary artists such as Damien Hirst, Sarah Lucas, and Tracey Emin. His piece Fountain in 1917 was the work that caused this to happen. Sparking outrage amongst critics and the rest of the world, it was selected in 2004 as the most influential artwork of the 20th century. Tracey Emin, well known for her confessional and deeply personal art, is certainly one of the contemporary artists that I'm most inspired by, and I was especially inspired by her Turner Prize nominated piece, My Bed. A lot of critics saw this work as a joke, but to me I saw an image or portrait of Emin personified through the use of actual physical objects and artifacts that were thoroughly used by her, then processed into art. I could also see this idea present in the piece on her deceased uncle, using objects related to him, such as the cigarette packet he was clutching when he died, to make a picture of the person. I took inspiration from this and made a piece of my own using objects from my life as the material. I researched further into Duchamp's influences upon other artists' work, and I found a lot of film pieces that definitely caught my fascination. There were a lot of films inspired by Duchamp's ready-made movement using all kinds of different media.
Mark. Good evening, and what
questions? It is a live show you don't want to miss.
Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster.
And I'm not doing this anymore. And tweak your mind, tweak your mind.
After seeing this artist's work, I was adamant I wanted to make some short films influenced by Duchamp's ready-made series. I decided to make a film inspired by Duchamp's piece LHOOQ, in which he defaced a postcard with the image of the Mona Lisa. I wanted to make something using the same idea, so I made a video using audio from another artist's short film and created my own footage.
This morning I got up and got ready quickly because I had to get a lot of stuff done. I sat down at my desk to start getting my stuff done, and I spilled my coffee, so I got a sponge to clean it up, and I figured I'd take an extra minute to clean the whole desk because a clean desk would help me get my stuff done. When I was finished, I realized I hadn't eaten anything, and I didn't want to be hungry while I got my stuff done, so I went into the kitchen and I was out of cereal. When I got to the grocery store, I remembered a bunch of other crap I needed to get, and I figured I was already there, so I did my shopping for the week so I didn't have to worry about it while I got my stuff done. When I got home, I didn't feel like cereal anymore, and so I made an omelet and I did the dishes so I wouldn't have to do them after I got my stuff done, and then I went out to get some oil from the hardware store because my desk chair is kind of squeaky and I didn't want to be distracted by a squeaky chair while I got my stuff done. When I got back, it was getting kind of late, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get my stuff done today, so I started watching the Twilight Zone marathon on TV. I just have to make sure I get to bed early because I want to be well rested tomorrow so I can get my stuff done.
The audio I used was by Lev Yilmaz. I really admire the illustrative style of his short films. A lot of Lev Yilmaz's work is based around mundane subjects that people obsess over daily, such as social awkwardness and breakups, and they're delivered in a low-key, dispirited nature.
I'm not going to think about the sound of her voice. I'm not going to think about the way her hair smelled. I'm not going to think about how she once had a dog named Romeo. I'm not going to think about how she never cleaned her car. I'm not going to think about how she was never able to hang on to both earrings from a pair for more than a week.
I wanted to bring an element of this into my work, so I chose to base my project on procrastination and decided to focus on how people delay their commitments and dreams.